Great morning, everyone. Welcome to the course 2 of our professional development course for school heads and supervisors entitled Engaging School Leaders and Teachers in Navigating Computer Applications and Communication Platforms for the Improvement of School Operations and Learning Management. Again, I am Joyce Valenzuela Cabantog of the City Schools Division of Binyan City, and I will be your moderator for our Day 5 session. And as we start our program, let's have a Makabayan song to be followed by an opening prayer through an audiovisual presentation.
Inalay mo ang buhay mo para sa kapwa-tao. Mahirap man, tuloy pa rin ang laban.
Iwan ang tahanan, isang paglingkuran ng bayan. Iyan sana ang mapapanan, di makitang bansa. Ang hinahan, bayani ka, sinasun mo ang hirap para sa iyong bansa. Kayo ang yaman ng kalagalan. Ito'y ang iisip ikaw kahit saan. Dakila ka, bayani ka, Pilipino ka. Dalangin ko sa'yo, Ama, ingatan mong lahat sila, silang mga nag-aalaga kung makalingan. Huwag painiwanan, anumang kulay nila, magkakaisa, tulong, kaligtasan sa iba. Bayani ka, sinasun mo ang hirap para sa iyong bansa. Kayo ang yaman ng kalagalan. Ito'y ang iisip ikaw kahit saan. Dakila ka, bayani ka, Pilipino ka. Thank you.
God, our Father, we praise and thank you for this day. You have given us another opportunity to appreciate life and to fulfill our mission as your instruments of peace and progress. Please pardon us for our shortcomings. Help us to amend our impieties. May we learn to pattern our lives through your Son's example. Father, bless our endeavors, especially today's meeting. Guide us in our discussions. Enlighten our minds in every decision that we make. Give us your courage and grace that we may effectively do our part as public servants. Bless our plans, programs, and projects so that we may achieve our objectives for your greater glory. All this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Again, a pleasant morning to our school leaders of Cluster 2, composed of SDO Cavite Province, SDO San Pablo City, SDO Calamba City, and SDO Binyan City. And just to remind everyone, this course is recognized by the National Educators Academy of the Philippines with certain professional development credit units, and it will be reflected on your certificates. At this point, let me go over with our Google Classroom rules and regulations and classroom requirements. For the Google Classroom rules and regulations, please always check on your registered emails for instructions. Negligence on your part is inexcusable. Second, please be on time. Always check on classwork in the Google Classroom for all the course requirements and outputs. It is your responsibility to accomplish the course requirements and outputs. Next is to accomplish your assignments and all assessments with diligence. Submit them in your Google Classroom. If you have questions, you may use the Google Classroom stream. You will be attended by the program management team, which consists of specialists or by the learning facilitators. And again, this is an exclusive course for you, which observes Data Privacy Act of 2012. Any act against the person's right to privacy, like video recording, without due consent is a violation of this law. Respect to the privacy is upheld by the program management team. Please refrain from sharing our links to unintended participants. For the course requirements, rules, and regulations, prompt and complete attendance to class is required. All the tasks that you must undertake will be assessed by our PMT. A certificate of participation, an e-certificate, will be given to all the participants who will complete the attendance. Only those who are able to satisfactorily complete the requirements will receive a certificate of completion. So yesterday, we had our session highlighting the use of Google applications in the Google Classroom. It was discussed by Sir Julie Boy Valeroso. Questions and clarifications were addressed yesterday, and today we will be having two sessions. So let's get started with our session 5B, employing Learning Action Cell through Google Classroom, which will be explained by our learning facilitator and session guide writer, Sir Marlon S. Marquez and Christopher A. Olaya. A round of applause, please.
Ayan, good morning everyone. Ayan, good morning po Sir Christopher. Good morning. And good morning po
Good morning, sir.
San Pablo City, SDO Binyan, and SDO Calamba. Tama po ba? Based from what I've heard from Ma'am Joyce, ay San Pablo, Binyan, and Calamba City po ang participants po natin ngayon. So, again po, good morning Calabarzon. Kumusta po kayong lahat? Ayan. So welcome po to the last day of your in-service training. Ayan, last day na po tayo ngayon, ano? With the theme, engaging school leaders and teachers in navigating computer applications or communication platforms and its utilization for the improvement of school operations and learning management. And we do hope na ang dami na po natin talagang natutunan for the past 4 days, no? So this is actually the application of what we have learned from Monday to Thursday. Now this time, our target participants are all the school heads and the supervisors, specifically the public schools district supervisors and the education program supervisors. Now, before we further move to our session this morning, let me introduce myself. I am Marlon S. Marquez, an education program supervisor from SDO Rizal Province. And, sir?
Good morning to all. I am Sir Christopher A. Olaya, from Master Teacher 1 from Pililla National High School, Schools Division Office of Rizal.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And we are all in session 5B titled Employing Learning Action Cell through Google Classroom. Ayan. So this session will help us in setting up the lock session in Google Classroom and making use of Google Meet better in synchronous platform. Now this will also be help to the school leaders and supervisors to employ varied activities in making the sessions interactive while enjoying this time of new normal. And sir, will you please share our screen, Sir Christopher?
Yes po, si Sir Rodel.
Okay,
Would
si
you
Sir
please,
Rodel pala, no?
about, would you please share us
Sir Rodel,
our
please.
presentation? Yan. Salamat po, Sir.
Thank you, Sir Rodel. So please, next slide, sir. Yan, so here is our terminal objective. At the end of the session, the school leaders and the supervisors shall use the Google Classroom in the conduct of LAC session for distance learning delivery modalities. For our enabling objectives, specifically, participants shall enable to familiarize with the do's and don'ts in the LAC session using Google Classroom. Use Google Meet add-ons and Google Classroom in conducting the LAC sessions, and most especially appreciate the importance of Google Meet add-on in conducting the LAC sessions. Ayan. So since we are talking here the learning action cell, and I know that you are inclined on this, we are actually guided with DepEd Order number 35, series of 2016. But at this juncture, let us all be refreshed by the content of the DepEd Order number 35, series of 2016. And this time, we will use our online platforms from synchronous, no? And we are now going to use the game application called Kahoot. Ayan. Are you familiar with Kahoot? Okay, so before that, let us be reminded in using this application. And I knew that everybody was guided that you have to have a separate gadget for you to play the Kahoot. But wait, Sir Chris, no? Let us all be guided, our participants, by the things they should remember in the setting up of the Kahoot application. Sir Chris?
Yes, Sir Marlon. Salamat po. So, for our participants, so things you should do first for our gameplay. Number one, so prepare your computer or cell phone. Kailangan po meron kayong separate device para po hindi kayo naguguluhan dun sa inyong ginagamit ngayon. Next, so in your device, open your Google Chrome browser. Yun po ang ating gagamitin. Hindi address bar. Ang address bar po yung pinakang nasa taas. I-type nyo po yung kahoot.it. Again, kahoot.it. Now, for our next step, type in the code that will be given by yours truly. Mamaya po, ibibigay ko sa inyo yung code natin for you to join. And then, kapag nakapasok po kayo sa Kahoot, type your nickname para makita po namin kung sino po yung mga nakakasali dun sa ating game. And then, let's play Kahoot na po. Yan.
Ayan. Sir Chris, excited na ako na tayo ay makapaglaro ng Kahoot. Siguro sir, no? Pwede na nating ibigay yung ating passcode sa kanila so that they'll be able to enter to our gameplay Kahoot. Sir
Okay,
Chris?
sir. Ayusin ko lang, sir, yung ating
Okay.
Kahoot. Check ko lang
Ayan,
po.
while we are waiting for the passcode, so pinakamaganda po siguro if we have a separate gadget as being reminded also na ito po yung gamitin natin, ano? Siguro cellphone or another laptop for you to be able to join the Kahoot. If ever man na hindi kayo maka-join at nahihirapan because of the internet connection, siguro pwede na siguro doon sa chat box, no? Pwede din po kayong sumagot doon for you to be participated in this game. Ayan, sir. So this
Ayan
is
na po yung
now
ating
our
Kahoot code.
passcode.
Opo.
Okay, we have 3627738. Again, 3627738. Now we are
Bigyan po
waiting
namin kayo ng
for,
time.
yes, you are waiting for you to join.
Sana po
Ayan
may
po.
maka-join sa ating mga, ayan.
Ayan, si Ma'am
Pasok
Lai,
na
ang dami na kaagad, oh. Si Ma'am Joy, si Ma'am Sandy, si Ma'am Ching, Janet, Girly, Kim, Joy, Laila. Oh, we have, ilan na tayo? 25. Ang bilis, oh. We have 25 participants as of this moment, of 30, 31. So we're still waiting for the others to join. Ayan. Sir Chris,
Sana
excited
wag,
na ako. Medyo madami yung ating mga participants ngayong umagang ito, no? Actually, tatlo pala ito na nag-merge na SDOs, kaya talagang very exciting, you know?
Sana
So,
wag bumigay ang
42.
ating internet, sir.
Oh,
Ating
yun lang.
connection.
Yun lang, ano. So, sana hindi naman talaga siya bumigay. So, yung 45. 45 na yung participants po natin. We are still waiting. 47 na po tayo. Okay, we have 48. We have 49 participants. Ay, nakakatuwa. Ang bilis. Ano ibig sabihin, sir, na to? So, use na yung ating mga school leaders and supervisors sa paggamit ng Kahoot. Ang bilis nilang makain. Congratulations po. Ang bibilis. Okay, I think we have to start. We have 51 participants. For the others na hindi makapag-join, again, please use our comment box. Meron naman po tayo live tayo sa YouTube, no? Tama ba? Okay,
Yes,
kung
sir.
tayo ay live sa YouTube, pwede pong gamitin ang chat box doon for you to join. Okay. So we have 53 participants. And so, Sir Chris, iba pwede pa humabol, no? Pwede pa humabol maka-join. Okay, let us now start our play. Okay, this is our first question. Ayan, a group of teachers who engage in collaborative learning sessions to solve shared challenges encountered in the school. Ano po dyan? We have 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Just press lang po kung ano yung color na gusto po ninyo na sa palagay nyo ay tamang sagot. And time is up. Yung ating 12 participants got the correct answers. The answer is learning action cell. Okay. So, and let's reveal sino yung pinakamabilis na nakapagsagot na tama. We have, wow.
Sir James
Yan pala, sir, tayo. Si James Reed pala yung kasama natin. Ano? Parang nasasapawan tayo dito, Sir Chris, no?
Oo nga. Andito po pala si James Reed.
Andito pala, medyo, teka, wait lang ha. Followed by Ma'am Mitch, third, Ma'am Aldea, and then Angelo Uy, and then Laila. So, ito po yung top 5 natin. So, moving on to the next question. How many composition are there in a lock team? Is it red, yellow, blue, or green? We have 4 answers. Nag-iisip pa sila. 7 seconds left. We have 14 answers, 20 answers.
And bilis.
2, 1,
One.
0. We have
Oh,
35 answers, and the correct answer is 2 to 15 members.
medyo
And
hati yung
13
mga
got
sagot.
the correct answers. Yung ating isa, yung kabila, 13 din, pero medyo nalito doon sa may number of participants. And this time, umangat si Ma'am Aldea. Ayan. Followed by Angelo Uy. And then we have Ella
Ella
Oims o
Oims.
si James Reed. Ano? At least si James Reed, andun pa rin siya sa top 5. Next question. Who shall take the lead in identifying the needed resources? Ayan, sino kaya? Red, yellow, blue, or green? Encouraging the availability and sustainability.
Ayan
And
na.
we have, time is up, 27 got the correct answers, and the answer is, of course, the lock leader, no? Talaga naman, syempre, sino ba naman ang magli-lead kundi ang lock leader? And this time, Angelo now is on top, followed by Aldea, then James Reed, Kim, and Mitch. Okay po? And sabi nga si Rich, ang bilis ng kanyang pagtaas. Next question. Okay? So what's the correct answers? The active, it's actually the documents. Ano yun? 4, 3, 2, 1. And the correct answer is the IPCRF. Okay po? It's actually the IPCRF. Tignan natin.
Bilis ng
Angelo is
Angelo.
still on top, followed by Kim, Aldea, James Reed, and Emma. Sabi nga, ang bilis umakyat ni Nolly. Congratulations, Nolly, no? Akyat lang ng akyat. Continue fighting. Sir Nolly. Next question. Question number 5 is actually the process. The process should be ongoing throughout the LAC session's implementation phases. What do you call to that process? Is it discussion, monitoring and evaluation, brainstorming, or instructional process? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. And the answer is monitoring and evaluation. Going throughout different phases talaga is the monitoring and evaluation. Kaya ang role ng monitoring and evaluations po talaga natin very vital. And still, ang Hiluuy got the correct, got on top. No? Still, followed by Aldea, Kim, James Reed, and Emma. And sabi nga, ang highest climber natin, wala pa naman pangalan pero up to 20 places. And let's move to the last 2 questions. It's actually prohibited purposes in LAC may include but shall not be limited to the following. Okay, the word not be limited. Is it red, yellow, blue, or green? And 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. The correct answer is brainstorming on teaching strategies. And 5 got the correct answers. And let's see, Angelo is still on top, followed by Aldea, Kim, Laila, and of course, James Reed. Sandy is the highest climber. Sir Sandy, congratulations. Ang taas ng, ang bilis ng sagot mo ngayon. And last question. The one who records meetings, prepare documents, and needed for the LAC sessions. Ay, alam na natin yun. Parang, ito, pamigay na questions na lang, parang bonus, no, sir? Bonus question.
Bonus question.
Ayan. Alam ko kasi ginagawa naman ng lahat ito, no? Kaya bonus questions na lahat yan. Last question na yan. And of course, the answer, sabi ko na nga, parang bonus question na ito eh. And the answer is the lack documenter. Okay, let's reveal who's on top. Third place goes to James Reed. Ako
James
si
Reed.
James Reed. Ayan, Sir James Reed, hello. Second
Congratulations,
place,
Sir James.
Aldea. And the first place goes to, of course, yung kaninang-kanina pa na nagtatap, Sir
Hmm.
Angelo Uy.
Parang na-perfect
And
ni Sir
runner-up
Angelo.
is, so hindi ko mabasa yung runner-up, medyo maliit, pasensya na.
Oo, malit. Nawala na, sir.
And congratulations to all of you. No? And congratulations sa mga nag-participate ngayong umagang ito. Ibig sabihin, you are actually engaged to our platform. Siguro hindi actually siguro, malamang nagagamit talaga nila ito sa kanilang LAC sessions. So therefore, they were actually engaged on this.
Tama. Tama, sir.
Okay, congratulations po of course kay Ma'am Aldea, kay
Sir
of
Angelo
course Sir Angelo.
at si Sir
And
James Reed.
yes, si James Reid. Ano, medyo kay Sir James Reid ay natatabunan yata tayo ng konti sa Christopher.
Uh,
By the way. Okay, moving on. So let us all be reminded of the relevance of the DepEd Order 35 series of 2016 that the key aspects of the process are ongoing collaborative learning or problem solving within a shared domain of professional interest, self-directed learning, reflective practice leading to action and self-evaluation, and collective competence. And let us all be reminded of the objective of the policy. Yan. So for the number one objective of this DepEd order is to improve the teaching learning process that will lead to improved learning among the students. Second, to nurture successful teachers. Third, to enable teachers to support each other to continuously improve their content and pedagogical knowledge, practice, skills, and attitudes. And the last one is to foster a professional collaborative spirit among school heads, teachers, and the community as a whole. Ayan. Now, the question is, every school actually, every school leaders, every school principals, kung principals ang pinag-uusapan natin, ano, and even the supervisors, has to employ the LAC sessions even in this new normal. Now, the question is, how will we able to do that? So that's the question. Now, the distance learning delivery modalities comes in. And to realize this, Google Classroom platform is the answer. Okay? So let us know first the do's and don'ts in managing LAC sessions through synchronous and asynchronous platforms. Let's talk about the virtual conference that we are now on. Ginagamit talaga natin itong ating virtual conference like this one, ano? It's an interactive online event that brings together a group of people with similar interests or expertise so that they can learn from each other. Next. Next slide, please. Okay. So technical check. No? Ito napaka-importante itong technical check na to, no? Before to start or to participate in the LAC session, make it sure that you are familiar with the technology. Importante yun, mga supervisors and school leaders, no? Ang sabi nga, even though you are in your golden age, ano? Golden age ang tawagin natin. But still, we have to be inclined with this technology. Hindi tayo kinakailangang matakot sa technology, no? Ang technology gawa lang din ng tao yan, of course. So meaning, kaya nating i-manipulate yan. Kung magkamali, ma-check din yan, maaayos din yan. So we have to be inclined technically and check yung ating competence as school leaders and supervisors. Next po. Let's move on the preparations. Ayan. In the same way that the documents are compiled in advance in a session, if you're going to employ LAC sessions, ayan, You have to save materials such as pictures, the graphics, the videos as text in an easily retrievable form. Kaya ituturo po natin yan, paano nga ba ako magla-lock sessions ngayon and how will able to prepare myself and my materials for the lock sessions. Don't worry po, ituturo po natin yan. Next po. Next is eliminating disruptive factors. Avoid interruptions or other disturbing factors. Inform the third parties that you are in the video conference so as not to be disturbed if synchronous. Switch your phone to mute before the meeting. Ito, kadalasan ito, no? Even the facilitators nararanasan ito that when we are facilitating, akala natin tayo naririnig ng mga kasama natin o ng participants and only to find out na lag ka na pala or muted pala yung microphone. So, be reminded of that. Okay pa? Next. Yan. It is also important to know the basics of presentation, even in a PowerPoint or in a keynote. So, what we're going to bear in mind is this one. Sir, next slide po. Yeah, the basic rule. The basic rule is that you have to use as minimal text as possible on your slides. Hindi kinakailangang isulat natin lahat at i-present natin lahat ng mga word by words na yan. It should be minimal. Next, clear fonts, clearly visualized, and structuring of the outline levels. Okay po? So next, should have a quiet background. When you speak of quiet background, hindi lalo na yung kulay, no, sa color combinations, medyo ano tayo rito sa color combinations. Yung hindi masakit sa mata na nababasa natin clearly yung ating mga text. And with no complex animations. Why? Because it can only be disturbed. No? Nakaka-disturb talaga kapag ang dami-daming animations na nilalagay natin. And this one, iiwasan natin to yung curving grounds on this slide is distracting. Dapat rest lang yung mouse natin tulad po ng ganito, yan ganyan, yung part na ganyan. Yan. Minsan unconscious tayo na nagsasalita tayo, ginagalaw natin tong mouse na ito. Nakaka-disturb din at nakaka-distract actually sa mga participants. And this is important also. Apply 7 by 7 rule. Meaning, what's the 7 by 7? 7 words, 7 lines. Okay po? So that it must be clearly visualized. Okay, this one is punctuality. It goes without saying that the most important requirement is punctuality, as everywhere else in everybody's business life. Being unpunctual is considered a gross discourtesy. Even not in video conference, talaga naman punctuality is at most important. Okay po. Next po. This one. The impression counts even virtually. Meaning, during the video conferences like this, pay attention to the voice. Pay attention to clothing and gestures during video conferences. Baka mamaya kasi nakapambahay o nakapantulog tayo dyan na nagsasalita. So we have to be aware of this. Kasi we all have to be reminded that impression counts even virtually. Next po. And moderation is mandatory, meaning it is important to have introductions of the participants. Kaya kapag kayo ay nag-i-introduce o bigla na lang may magsasalita, magpakilala o kaya mag-i-introduce ng moderator katulad po ng ginawa kanina ni Ma'am Joyce. Thank you, Ma'am Joyce, no? Prevent drifting and stop monologues because this is actually two-way. Even in virtual at even sa StreamYard, kapag meron kayong mga questions, we have queries or concerns, ay i-address po natin siya, no? Hindi ito one way learning, it should be two way. And stop monologuing na parang minsan pagka monologue talaga medyo medyo nakakaantok or minsan hindi siya nakaka-focus kasi parang same lang yung sinasabi niya at parang hindi siya nakaka-attract na ma-motivate ka talaga makinig. Ano po? Next one. And please be reminded who's talking. What do you mean by that? In online meetings without video transmission, you should mention your name every time you speak. After all, many participants won't be able to easily identify the voices. Kaya katulad po kanina, before the start of our presentations, kailangan mo munang introduce ang sarili mo so that everybody knows who is talking. Okay? Next. Ayun, ito, parang guilty yata tayo lahat dito, mga kapatid. Ano? No multitasking. Avoid doing other things on the side during a video meeting, even if you are not actively participating. Your colleagues will notice if you check the Facebook, finish your email, or just look bored and that you can be annoying. Ano? Actually, hindi natin naiiwasan to, but as much as possible, kung kaya naman, at meron naman choice tayo, is avoid multitasking. Ayan. Okay po. Next po. Ayan. Clean up before desktop sharing. What do you mean by that desktop? Actually, kanina ang nagpipresent kayo ay si Redel. So, importante nito na pag tayo mag-share ng ating desktop, siyempre, ang unang makikita dyan yung desktop screen natin. I-ano lang natin siya, no? I-clean up lang natin siya. Iiwan lang natin as much as possible kung ano lamang yung ating ipipresent. Para maiwasan din natin yung yung pagiging untidy. Sabi nga rito is make sure that virtual desktop is also clean and tidy. Messy, cluttered desktops do not belong in a professional meeting like this. Yeah, thank you. And now this time, now that you are aware of the do's and the don'ts of the synchronous and even in a asynchronous platform in the LAC sessions, it's time for you, it's time for us for the setting up of all things in the Google Classroom. Sir Chris? Ayan. Ito na yung Google Classroom. Let's define first the Google Classroom. No? Google Classroom, actually you are familiar in this. Ano? Ginagamit na natin ito. Medyo matagal na panahon na. Tayo nag-LDM, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga LAC sessions. So, but let us define first the Google Classroom. It's a free, actually, free collaboration tool for teachers and students. Teachers can create an online classroom, invite the students to the class, then create and distribute the assignment. Ayan, magagamit po natin ngayon itong Google Classroom natin for the LAC sessions. Next. Okay, please be reminded of this. Things we can do in the Google Classroom. Ito po actual na gagawin po natin mamaya. For the number 1, post assignments, could be test or other course content in the future class. Second, add content to assignments such as videos, PDF, Google Docs, or Google Forms survey. Kaya, punong-puno tayo ng mga online survey ngayon. Pwede natin ilagay dito sa Google Classroom natin yan. Next po. Share videos, links, or images from other websites with the students. View assignments, announcements, in other resources on a class resource page. Ayan. Gagawin po natin yan. For number 5, ito importante po itong number 5, no? Draft assignments or announcements and schedule them to post on a later date. Kaya makikita nyo, no, may mga assignments sa mga Google Classroom, may nakalagay na date kailan ang due. Ayan. And for number 6, Google Calendar to track assignments due dates. Ano, maglagamit tayo ng Google Calendar. Ituturo natin yan, okay, mag-alala. Parang meron pa tayong number 7. Ayan. Ito, importante, at ito, napakalaking tulong talaga sa atin. Set permissions on whether students can make posts or comments or turning off notification emails. Actually, ang mga supervisors natin at yung mga school heads, ang dami-dami yung mga Google Classrooms. Alam ko po yon. So, kung marami kayong mga Google Classrooms, alam nyo, lahat ng mga nagme-message doon sa stream, ang daming mga nagme-message doon. Lahat po ng mga yon, since kayo ay members doon, papasok po yung lahat sa emails po ninyo. Kung pumasok po sa email po ninyo, ang dami-dami mga messages na sa inyong email, hindi mo naman ngayon malaman na alin na yung mga importanteng messages na dapat ma-notify ka kasi lahat andun na. Like as po sa SDO Rizal, lalo na nung nagmo-monitor po ako ng LDM, I have 200 plus na Google Classroom na ako po yung members as teachers. Kung sino may mga members na mga teachers doon or school heads na magme-message po doon, papasok sa email ko. So, and only to find out, na pagbukas ko ng email, libo na. Thousands na yung mga messages ko. Hindi ko na malaman alin na rito yung importante. This time, we are going to set permissions on whether students can make posts or comments or turning off notification emails para hindi mag-pop up sa inyong email ang mga messages from the Google Classrooms. Tuturo po natin yan. Madali lang na yan actually. No? Ayan, so parang excited na sir ako na ituro lahat ng mga ito. Of course, narito na po siyempre ang ating master pagdating sa Google
Naman,
Classroom.
sir.
Ayan, in terms of technicalities, in terms of information communication technologies, it's our time and it's our turn to do the activity. Handa na ba kayo? Kung handa na kayo, Sir Chris, pwede na po natin ituro ngayon ang 7 activities na ito para mag-set up na sila ng lock session sa kanilang Google Classroom. Sir
So,
Chris?
sige po. Salamat po, Sir Marlon. So, for this time po ay ang gagawin po natin is how to create a classroom, post assignments, content, shared links, and schedule your post. So, lahat po ito ay nasa inyong Google Meet. Now, first things first, you need to log in your DepEd or Gmail account. So, doon po sa inyong gadget, sa inyong computer, mag-log in na po kayo gamit ang inyong, syempre, yung inyong DepEd account na para mas maganda. So, type in your password so you can enter with your account. Next. So, click the Google Apps button. So, yung Google Apps button po ay makikita po ninyo doon sa upper right ng screen. Yung may 9 dots diyan, yun po yung tinatawag nating Google Apps button. Next, doon po sa ating menu, choose Classroom in the app selection. Ayan po, as you can see, maraming apps ang ating Google at lahat po yan ay may kanya-kanyang gamit at makakatulong sa lahat. For this particular case, we're going to learn Classroom. Okay, so here in the Ask Classroom page, we're going to create now a class. So, the first step would be click the Create Class button. Kung makikita nyo yung plus sign doon sa taas. Ito po. So, yun po yung tinatawag nating class button. Then, meron pong options na lalabas. Merong Join Class and Create Class. So, click nyo po yung Create Class. After po noon, lalabas itong simple form. We have the Create Class form. Siyempre, after diyan, kailangan po nating lagyan ng mga information. So, fill up the form with your class name. I-type niyo po yung class name, the section, the subject, and the room. Kayo na pong bahala mag-type kung ano po yung ilalagay nyo doon sa inyong gagawing class. So, the classroom was created. Ito na po yung inyong nagawang classroom. Okay po. So sana po ay nasundan po ninyo yung simple steps in creating a classroom. So, next, once na meron na po kayong classroom, this is the time na magpo-post na tayo ng ating assignments, maglalagay po tayo ng content, share tayo ng links, and then we're going to schedule your post. So, doon po muna tayo. Go to the menu tab. Doon po yung menu tab. Makikita niyo po yon doon sa upper part. Meron tayong 4 na menu diyan. We have the stream, last work, people, and marks. So, ang pupuntahan po ninyo ay yung class work tab. Okay? Siya nga po pala, kung medyo nabibilisan kayo, pwede po kayo magbigay ng comment dito sa ating comment section para at least ay mababagalan ko pa ng kaunti ang ating session. Okay po? So, paalam nyo lang po sa amin. So again, go to classwork. Now, click create button and choose assignment from the selection. Yung pong create button na makikita nyo doon, pag click po natin yon, lalabas naman itong drop down menu. In the drop down menu, kailangan nyo pong piliin yung assignment. Assignment muna. Maraming choices, kaya dun muna tayo sa assignment. Now, type in the title of the assignment and the instruction. Hmm, lagyan niyo po ng instruction para mas malinaw. Then, doon po sa baba, click the add button to add a file from your computer or Google Drive, a web link or address, or a YouTube video. So, meron po tayong apat na choices dito. So, in this particular case, mag-a-add po tayo ng YouTube video. Okay? Yun po muna ang unahin natin. So, piliin niyo po yon. Next. Now, to add a YouTube video, you need to go to YouTube website, syempre. So, dun sa upper part ng inyong mag-create po kayo ng another tab diyan at pumunta po kayo sa YouTube. After nyo po nung nasa YouTube na kayo, mag-search po kayo ng isang particular video. Bahala na po kayo kung anong video ang gusto nyong ilagay. Then, copy the link in the address bar. After you click the video that you have chosen, i-click nyo po doon sa address bar at i-copy nyo po yung link in the address bar. So, ang gagawin nyo po, punta po kayo sa address bar, i-right click nyo lang, and then lalabas po itong shortcut menu. Ito po yung shortcut menu pagka nag-right click kayo, and then click nyo po yung copy. Okay po. Ayan. So, click the add button, then choose link. So, punta po tayo doon sa link, doon sa selection. Doon po sa link, paste nyo po yung na-copy ninyo na link kanina. So, paste the link, and then click the add link command. Ayun, makikita nyo na po na meron tayong nadagdag dito na YouTube link. Ganun po kasimple yung pag-insert ng YouTube link. Now, di pa tayo tapos. Go to due to schedule the date of the submission. Dito po sa kanyang calendar ay mag-set po kayo ng date kung kailan po pwedeng mag-submit. Diba, yung inyong teacher o kaya yung siyempre mga estudyante natin, ginagamit ko po yan. Binibigyan ko sila ng time kung kailan sila magsasubmit. So, i-schedule po natin. Next. Choose the topic. Maglagay po tayo ng topic dito sa baba. And then, click the assign button in the upper right of your screen. Ayun po yung assign. Kailangan po ma-click nyo po yung assign. Otherwise, hindi po ma-assign yung inyong nagawang ina-insert na YouTube video. Afterwards, ayan, punta po kayo doon sa classwork at makikita nyo na po yung assignment na nagawa ninyo. Ayun po, makikita nyo siya nakapost. Okay po. So, nasundan po kaya nila yon, Sir Marlon? Or siguro ulitin natin, Sir Marlon.
Hello? Ayan, Sir Chris, ayan. Actually, tinitingnan ko po, sir, yung mga comments doon sa YouTube na mismo, no? So far po, gusto lang din namin paalalahanan ng lahat, no? If you have some queries or questions, o medyo hindi nakakasabay, kasi actually this is actually somewhat tutorial, no? Mas maganda talaga kapag ini-explain, talagang ginagawa nyo through your own, meron kayong laptop dyan, another gadget, and then sinusundan po natin yung ginagawa for you to actually go on with the topic. As of now, Sir Chris, wala pa naman. Puro mga greetings at saka yung mga answers kanina doon sa Kahoot. So paalaala lang po sa ating mga viewers and the participants, if you have some queries, just put your concerns to the chat box so that we will be able to address. So for sure, sir, wala pa naman.
Lahat yan.
Sagutin natin lahat yan. Ano po? Pwede, sir, siguro tuloy na natin hanggat wala pang concerns. If you have some may mga nag-pop up na concerns ay of course kunin sir natin attention nyo para po masagot ang mga questions. Thank you.
Okay. Salamat po, Sir Marlon. So, moving on. So, for this time naman, let's add and post a course content. Yung course content naman, yung po yung ating mga files, presentations, videos na po pwede nating ilagay sa ating classroom. Yun po. So mag-a-add naman po tayo. Now, pero same process pa rin po ang ating gagawin. Ganun lang kasimple. So click create button ulit. Balik po tayo doon sa create button. And then, instead of assignment, let's choose material naman. Okay po. Since maglalagay tayo ng content, maglalagay tayo ng material po yung tawag. So type the title again of your material. And then, type a short description of your material. Then, click the add button to add a material. So, yun nga po, yung sabi ko kanina, yung pong material nyo, po pwedeng a PowerPoint presentation, a video, or a PDF file. Yun po yun. Yung mga madalas nating ginagamit o nilalagay. So, if you choose a file, so lalabas po itong insert file using Google Drive dialog box. Choose file, you can upload your file by clicking the upload tab. Yun po yun. Click nyo po yung upload tab. And then, mag-open naman po itong dialog box. At you need to locate your file in your computer folder location. Then, click open. Hanapin nyo po yung file sa inyong computer mismo na gusto ninyong i-add. And then, after nyo po na may-click, may-choose, click nyo po yung open button. So, yun po, mag-a-add na po yun, yung file na yun. Okay, syempre, mag-a-upload po yung file. Depende po yung file size. Kung medyo mabigat po yung file, halimbawa po, video, yung inyong gustong ilagay, at medyo mahaba po yung video nyo, medyo matagal po yung uploading. Yun po yun. Pero kung yun po yung mga simple file lang, tulad ng Microsoft Word, PDF file, mabilis lang po yung uploading. Ano po? Next. So, if the file is already in the Google Drive, click My Drive, then select the file. So, I do believe na natuto na po kayo kung ano po yung Google Drive. So, a Google Drive is our virtual storage device. Virtual po yun. And then, kapag po virtual, siyempre nasa ating pong cloud yun, po pwede nyo po makuha kung ano man po yung nandoon sa inyong Google Drive. So, ayun, piliin nyo lang po yung file na mismo na sa inyong Google Drive. Then select the class that you want to send the material. Then choose the topic. Lagyan nyo po uli ng topic doon sa taas. Okay po? Click the post button to post the material in the classroom. Again, huwag nyo pong kakalimutan i-click yung post button. Yun po yung ating pinakang last command. And then, ayan po, papasok na po yung posted material doon sa ating, pwede po makita yan doon sa stream menu or sa classwork tab. Okay po? Nakasunod po ba kayo? Ano kaya, Sir Marlon? Ako nawala si Sir Marlon pala. So, pwede po kayo magbigay ng comment kung gusto nyo pong ulitin ko uli yung process. At sana po nasundan ninyo kasi sa aming output, ganun po yung gagawin nyo eh. Ano po? Titingnan natin kung meron nagko-comment. Ay, wala. Parang wala pa nagko-comment. Pwede po kayo mag-comment sa ating YouTube stream o kaya ay sa ating ano. Okay po? So, siguro mamaya titingnan ko ulit yun. So, next step would be setting permissions on whether students can make posts or comments or turning off notification emails. So, ito yung sinabi po kanina ni Sir Marlon. Kung minsan, hindi po natin alam o hindi po kasi, by default po, naka-turn on yung inyong email notification sa lahat ng inyong Google Classroom. Ano po ang nagiging problema natin doon? Kapag po may nagme-message, kapag may nagbibigay ng comment, ano man po yung nangyayari doon sa inyong mga Google Classroom, automatic po may magpa-pop up yan na magsesend po yung inyong Google ng email notifications. At ang problema, syempre, dadami yung inyong mga emails na syempre yung mga mahalagang email nyo natatabunan na. So, kailangan po ninyong i-turn off yun. Napakasimple po nun, pero karamihan po ay hindi alam nung pagda-turn off ng email notification. Ano po? Kaya dapat, ito po dapat pag-aralan niyo mabuti. Malaking tulong ito. Ano, Sir Marlon?
Hello sir, ayan, nain na ako.
Opo, opo.
Ayan. So, sir, doon sa may ano, doon sa kanina sa tinuro natin ano,
Opo.
actually po may mga messages po tayo ngayon from YouTube, no? Ang sabi po
Opo.
ni Ma'am Rona Balidoy, siya naman po yung nakakasunod. Kaya okay siya. Sabi naman ni Sir Angelo Uy, yung kanina sa atin sa Kahoot, no? Already posted an assignment and a new material. Thank you, sir. Ayan,
Thank you
Sir
po, Sir
Angelo, kaya
Angelo.
nakakasunod po, sir, sila.
Opo.
Okay.
Siguro, okay, move on ulit tayo, ano, Sir?
Yes, sir. Sige po, moving
Yan.
on po tayo.
Dito na, magseset na tayo ng email turning off notification para alam na nila. Okay, so, to turn off notification, punta po kayo doon sa main menu button ng ating Google Classroom. Makikita nyo po yon doon sa upper left naman ng inyong screen. Yung pong may tatlong line diyan, horizontal line, ang tawag natin doon ay main menu button. Click nyo lang po yon. Siyempre, lalabas yung ating mga menu. Punta po kayo sa pinakang ilalim ng menu. I-click nyo po yung settings. Okay po. So, yun po yung mga selection. Medyo sa bandang baba po yun. Baka hindi nyo po nakikita. Kaya i-click nyo po yung settings. And then, makikita nyo, may lalabas agad dyan na notifications. Click the slider button to turn off all notifications. I-click nyo po yung slider button diyan. Kung makikita nyo ay kulay blue yan, meaning yun po ay naka-turn on. I-click nyo lang po yun para ma-turn off. Okay po, ayan po, naka-turn off na. So, wala na po akong email na matatanggap. Now, if you want, you can choose to turn off notifications individually with each option. Pwede naman pong paisa-isa. Baka ayaw nyo namang i-turn off lahat. Gusto nyo lang yung mga ganyan, ibang options. Meron po yung mga different options. Pwede nyo pong i-turn off isa-isa. Pero kung ako po sa inyo, i-turn off nyo po lahat para wala na kayong maririnig, makikitang email notification sa inyong DepEd email. Ano po? Turn off nyo na lahat. Now,
Ayan.
it is, yes sir?
Yes, Sir Chris, habang po kayo ay nagle-lesson kanina, no? Meron po nag-pop up, sir, na query from YouTube kay Ma'am Vienna Bondok. Ang sabi po ni Ma'am Vienna, ayan, possible po ba na selected students lang ang bibigyan ng assignments or task among all the students na nasa classroom?
Opo.
Ayan, thank you, Ma'am Vienna.
Opo. Pwede po kayo magbigay ng assignment, magpo-post kayo ng assignment individually. Oo, pipiliin po natin yan. Nasa option po yon ng Google Classroom. Pwedeng isa-isa.
Yes,
Hindi
oo.
lahat, hindi lahat. Pwede mo
Yes,
silang
sir.
isa-isa.
Ma'am Vienna, pag in-open natin yung classroom natin at tignan natin yung mga students natin, pwede naman tayo mag-manual na isa-isa kung sino lang yung bibigyan natin or hindi.
Opo,
Ayan.
opo, pwede
Thank
po yun.
you. Sige, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, balik po tayo. So, it is also important that you turn off class notification slider individually at the bottom of the choices. Punta po kayo sa ilalim. I-turn on nyo po muna yung ating email notification para lumabas po itong class notification. kung minsan nakakalimutan po itong i-turn off, ano po. So, narito po yung mga sample, yung iyong lahat ng classroom na sinalihan, i-turn off nyo po yon individually. Oo. Ayan. Tulad po nito, meron akong naka-open dito na 3 class. Yung iba naka-turn off na, yung iba hindi pa. So, naiwan, makakatanggap ka pa rin ng mga email notification dun sa class na yon. Kaya kailangan, i-turn off nyo po yon. Ano po? Pwede po yung i-turn off individual. So, that's it. No more email notification. Wala na pong matatanggap na email notification. Ganun kasimple. Ano, Sir Marlon?
Yes. Ayan, ayun po, yun yung mga iba't ibang mga gawain, no? Those are the different activities for you to be able to prepare yourself on employing the lock sessions into Google Classrooms. Ayan, nakapag ano po tayo, nakapag turn off ng email ad, notifications, nakapag-post ng assignments, nakapag-set ng calendars, due dates of materials na kung meron man tayong mga assignments. Kumukuha rin tayo ng mga link from YouTube or other platforms para i-post yung mga materials na yun sa ating Google Classroom. So those are the things which are very much vital for you to be able to employ Google Classroom, lock sessions into Google Classrooms. And just to add, Sir Chris, no, yung
Yes.
sinasabi ni Ma'am Vienna, no, siya ay nagpapasalamat, noted with thanks po yung kanyang sinasabi at na-address po yung kanyang concern. Thank you po, Ma'am Vienna, for having that. And
Salamat po.
so, since we are now on setting up the lock sessions into Google Classrooms, now we'll make it better and more enjoyable. Ayan. So, paano ang gagawin natin? Ano? Akala kasi natin hanggang doon lang sa pagsisetting up into Google Classrooms. Now, how will you able to make the Google Meet better with Chrome extension or add-on? Now that you are familiar, I think that you are all familiar with the basic feature of the Google Classroom. It's time to make our platform better by adding some Chrome extensions to our Google Meet through virtual conferences. This is to make our live sessions more interactive and enjoyable as well. Ayan. So, let's first define the Google extensions or what we call the Google add-ons. Ano po yun? These are small software programs that customize the browsing experience. They enable users tailor Chrome functionality and behavior to individual needs or preferences. Ayan. Now, for taking into considerations the different add-ons, actually, nag-select lang po kami ni Sir Chris, no? Kasi kung titignan nyo sa Google talaga, sa Chrome, ang dami-dami natin pwedeng i-add extensions or add-ons. Pero what we did is to select used, the most used applications or software that we're going to use in our Google Meet and virtual conferences. First is what we call the Screencastify. Ayan. Ano ba itsura ng Screencastify? If you look on the right side, ito po itsura ng Screencastify. Be familiar on this kasi mamaya po gagawin po ninyo yan, hahanapin nyo yung image po na yan. Ano? This is a Chrome browser extension that records our screen, records our faces, voices, and a lot more. To use this Screencastify, find its icon in the Chrome toolbar and choose among the recordings options. Ayan po yun, pinapakita naman na natin. Ayan. Magagamit po natin ito mamaya sa paggawa po ng output po natin. Next. Ayan. Google Meet Grid View. So, Google Meet Grid View, show Meet attendees in a grid view. Kung mapapansin niyo po, no, yung ordinary natin na Google Meet, doon lang sa gilid, nagpa-pop up yung ating mga participants. At selected lang, minsan yung nagsasalita lang, yung iba pang mga participants, you can see them on doon sa may taas, doon sa may top portion sa gawing kanan. Andun lang sila, halimbawa, plus 9 o kaya plus 20, parang ganun lang. Pag Google Meet Grid View, lahat ng participants on your screen makikita po natin. And that's very exciting. Napaka-pleasing po sa eyes kapag nakikita natin yung screen na ganyan. So, kaya mamaya gagawin po natin paano ang Google Meet with you. Next, Meet attendance. Actually, ang meet attendance, this is very helpful. No? Pag mag-check tayo sino ang in, sino ang out, sino ang wala pa, hindi pa dumarating sa platform, hindi mo na kailangan na magkaroon ng manual checking. But having this meet attendance, i-record niya kaagad through spreadsheet. Kung sino yung naka-in, kailan sila nag-in, kung merong nalag or may na-out, kailan nalag at babalik siya, kailan uli nakabalik. So, time stamp na siya, kaya wala tayong magiging problema rito in checking out the attendance. Kasi that would also consume time checking the attendance. But if we have Google Meet attendance, it's automatically checking the attendance of the participants. Okay po? Next, nod. Ayan. Napapansin ko ito lagi sa nod. Usually, sir, kapag meron nagsasalita at merong gusto natin yung facilitation ng isang speaker, sinasabi ng moderator, let's give him a virtual clap. Yay! Gaganon sila, virtual clap daw. So, actually, your emotions, kaya tinatawag na emoticons sa mga reactions natin, hindi na natin kailangan na mag-unmute para masabi natin yung gusto natin sabihin. But if we have that nod, yung simple likes, dislikes, what else? Clapping of hands, and other emoticons or reactions, you can have on the nod. Ito lang po yung itsura niya sa my right side. This is a quick emoji reactions for muted team members. And this allows team members to send real-time reactions to presenters and speakers during meetings on the Google Meet. Ayan. Excited na rin ako na makuha ninyo no, at ma-download itong ating nod. Next, dual-less. Actually, this dual-less is very helpful, no? Lalo na sa akin na laging nag-facilitate ng isang meeting. So, minsan, no, if we are talking to the participants, kapag nagpe-present ka ng iyong PowerPoint or even anumang klaseng presentations yan, kadalasan, naka-entire screen ang iyong pinipresent na hindi mo nakikita yung mga participants mo. At dumating yung time talaga only to find out na nagsasalita ako. Ako lang pala mag-isa nagsasalita kasi nalag na pala ako doon sa mismong platform. With dual-less, magsa-separate yung iyong screen. Yung kalahati ay makikita mo siya, mga participants, mga kausap mo, at yung kalahati naman yung inyong mismong presentation. And this is very exciting. Mamaya po ituturo natin paano po gagawin dyan. Now, so since these are some of the extensions or add-ons in a Google Meet, now let's take a look on how to add this Google Chrome extension or add-ons by giving of instructions, tutorials by Sir Chris Olaya. Sir Chris, pasok na po kayo. Alam po, excited na po silang lahat.
Okay po, sige po. Thank you po ulit, Sir Marlon. So, for this session naman po, ang una kong ituturo ay how to add Google Chrome extensions and add-ons. After po natin na mai-add na yung mga extensions na ito, ay paano naman po natin gagamitin yung mga extensions. Okay po. Siyempre, mag-a-add po muna tayo. Now, add and install an extension. So, first po na inyong gagawin, you need to open your Chrome Web Store. Doon po sa inyong Google, i-type nyo lang po ang Chrome Web Store. O kaya naman, ito po yung kanyang link, chrome.google.com/webstore. Okay po, kung medyo nahihirapan po kayo, type nyo lang po sa inyong Google, lalabas na po, Google Chrome Web Store. Next, kapag po nandun na kayo sa Chrome Web Store, ayan po, ito na sa sample ko, add and install, number 2, search and select the extension you want. Dito po sa ating search box, type nyo po yung extension na inyong gustong ilagay or i-add. In this particular case, we're going to add muna yung Screencastify. So, tinype ko yung Screencastify, then automatic lalabas po yung add-ons dito. Next step would be click the Add to Chrome button. Ayun po yung add to Chrome button sa katabi ng mismong add-ons. Click nyo po yun. Next, now, for some extensions, we'll let you know if they need pertinent permissions or data. So, to approve, click the Add Extensions. Kailangan nyo pong i-give yung permission. So, click nyo lang po yung Add Extension. Okay? Next. So, Screencastify extensions has been added. Paano nyo nalaman na yung palang yung Screencastify nyo, yung mga different extensions ay nandoon na sa inyong Google Chrome? Punta lang po kayo doon sa upper right. Nandito po yung ating mga extension tray. Ang tawag dito, extension tray. Kapag po nakita na ninyo yung inyong icon diyan, ayun, ibig sabihin, successful po yung pag-insert ninyo ng inyong Google add-ons. Okay po. So, check nyo po muna yun nandoon. Kung minsan ay hindi nyo makikita yan. O, nakatago. Okay? So, paano po natin makikita yung nakatagong extension na yan? Sige po, tingnan natin. Ano po? Katulad dito sa example na ito, ayun po yung aking mga extension. Ay, kita nyo po ito. I-click nyo lang po itong extension icon dito sa taas. Pag-click po nyo yan, ayan po yung mga extension na nailagay ko na dito sa aking computer. Kapag po kulay blue, yung pin diyan, ibig sabihin naka-add po yon. Kapag po siya naka-kulay gray, ibig sabihin wala, hindi nyo makikita yung add-ons nyo sa taas. So, i-click nyo po yon to activate. Ayun. Okay po, ganun po ang baka hindi nyo kasi makita yung inyong na-add-ons. Ulitin ko po, ito po yung ating extension icon. And then, i-pin nyo lang po, click nyo lang po yung pin dito to add the extension in the extension tray. Balik po tayo. Now, so kanina nailagay ko na yung Screencastify. Pero hindi pa po tayo tapos. Medyo mahaba po yung process sa lalagay kasi ng pag-activate ng Screencastify. So, sundan po muna natin itong step na ito. Now, click the Screencastify in the extension tray, yun nandiyan kanina, beside your profile picture. Then, lalabas po itong web page na ito. You need to sign in with your Google account. Bakit po kailangan yan? Kailangan ma-connect natin yung inyong Screencastify doon sa inyong Google account. In our case, yung ating DepEd account. Mahalaga po yun. Mamaya, sasabihin ko kung bakit mahalaga yun. Next, set permissions, Screencastify extensions, then click next. So, kailangan po i-click ninyo yung mga checkbox dito. Camera and microphone, drawing and annotation. I-click nyo po yan. And then, click nyo po yung next button. Next. So, again, click the allow button. Allow to use the Screencastify and connect it to your Google. That's it. So, tapos na po. Na-add na po natin yung inyong Screencastify. Okay po? So, madali lang po. Di po ba ang pag-a-add? Ano kaya, Sir Marlon? Nakasunod po kaya sila?
Yes. Ayan, napakalinaw paano ang gagawin doon sa Screencastify, no? But then again, siyempre sa akin, sir, medyo malinaw talaga. At sa iba, pero palagay ko, hindi naman lahat ay ganun kalinaw. Kaya titignan muna natin ngayon yung mga comment box po natin.
Pero
If you
sabihin
have
natin, sir, naka-record
different.
naman tayo, di ba, sir?
Yes.
Naka-record. Pwede nilang balik-balikan yung ating recordings. Ano po?
So far, sir, ay wala. Ano ibig sabihin? Kung wala pa, ibig sabihin ba yung naintindihan yung ating Screencastify, how to download and how to be able to use the Screencastify?
How to
Actually,
add
sir, pag
Screencastify.
hahanap ng Screencastify sa Google, and then i-add pa lang nila. Actually, hindi pa nila ito nagagamit.
Hindi
Tama?
pa, sir. Nag-add pa
Okay,
lang
so
tayo,
mamaya
sir.
gagamitin po natin ito.
Mamaya pa natin gagamitin yung Screencastify. Kailangan may-add
Okay.
muna nila.
Yes. So, if we have no questions yet, so it's your turn. It's your turn, and then we have to add the following extensions: the Google Meet Grid View Fix, Meet Attendance, NAD, and the Dual List. For the instruction and for further clarification, binibigay ko ulit sa inyo si Sir Christopher. Sir Chris?
Opo. So, kayo, doon po sa ating output, kayo naman po ang maglalagay ng natitirang apat na extension. Ano po? So, in this case, papakita ko po sa inyo yung mga extension na inyong hahanapin. So, number 1, ito po yung ating Google Meet Grid View. So, meron pong ibang lumalabas kasi na extension. So, hanapin niyo po yung may word na Grid View Fix. Yung kulay green. Ano po?
Yes, Sir Chris.
Opo.
Actually, baka malito sila dyan. Ang dami kasi mga Google Meet Grid View.
Tama.
Kaya check nyo lang po yung picture or yung image. Yun po yung inyong i-download or i-add sa inyong extension.
Yeah, yan po
Ayan
yun.
po.
Next. Ito naman po yung sa Meet Attendance.
Ayan, yung may
Hanapin
apple
niyo naman
ano,
po
sir.
yung
Oh, yung may apple na red na may check. Ba't
Hanapin
kaya
po yan.
apple, no?
Hindi ko rin alam, sir eh. Bakit nila Apple? Next, ito naman po yung node. Ayan, sa taas po yung node. Yung
Ayan.
ating
So
mga
please see the
emojis.
image po na baka magkamali kasi. Ito po yung node. Ayan. Ang dami po kasi niyan node na yan.
Next, ito naman po yung sa dual S.
Yes.
Ayan, hanapin niyo po yung dual S. Yun na pala. So, yun po yung apat. Yun po
So
yung
same
apat
ano
na
po, no?
inyong i-add.
Same procedure, same process kung paano ang ginawa sa Screencastify, paano niyo sa inad sa inyong Google Chrome, pareho lang din po yung process na gagawin kay Duales, gagawin kay Meet Attendance, kay Grid View, and kay NAD.
Opo.
Ayan.
Ganun lang po. Next. Ayan na. So, how to
Ayun,
use
yes,
the Google
sir.
Chrome extensions and add-ons.
Paano na siya gagamitin? So, tingnan natin muna, no? Tingnan natin yung kanilang mga comments sa YouTube, sa chat box kung meron man. Kung kayo po ay nakapag-download na at na-add na sa inyong Chrome extension, ang lahat ng mga binanggit, ang Screencastify, ang NOD, Meet View, Meet Attendance, and the Dual List, paki-note lang po at paki-bigay ng reaction kung okay na.
Kahit po
Paki-note
siguro
lang po kami
yung
rito.
yung Screencastify. Tingnan po
Okay,
natin.
sige. Kasi importante to na sa first one. Screencastify, okay na yon. Sige, sige. Baka nga yung apat nahirapan sila, kaya okay lang yung Screencastify muna.
Kasi pwede naman po
Pa-respond
nilang
lang po
gawin.
kung okay na kayo, para lang po magtuloy po kami sa aming session.
Hindi po kami
Baka
makatuloy
hindi
eh.
sila nakapag-download, patay tayo dyan.
Opo. Baka may konti pong mga ano natin diyan, mga participants na nakagawa. Malaking bagay po sa amin na meron kaming nakikitang comment man lang. Ano po? Ayan, katulad ni Ma'am Michelle. Salamat,
Ma'am Michelle. Yes, Ma'am Michelle, congratulations. Dan nasa si Screencastify.
Opo.
Still downloading si Ma'am Karen. Yes, oo. And si Ma'am Rona hindi pa rin daw. So, still on the process. Downloaded na si Ma'am Karen. Kanina still downloading. Ngayon downloaded na siya. Okay na siya. Thank you, Ma'am Karen.
Naman kasi ang mga add-ons, sir. Kaya nga sinabi natin, mga small ano lang yan. Small software lang po yan. Add-ons lang. Maliliit lang na file.
Yes, oh. Mabilis lang siya i-download talaga.
Oo, mabilis lang naman siya i-download. Okay po. Ayan. Pwede na siguro, sir. Meron na ako nakikita ng ano eh.
Okay, so meaning meron na tayong positive feedback that they already downloaded the small applications. Kaya po, sige, let's now use this Google Ad Chrome extension for you to be able to enjoy much, no? Enjoying much talaga, no? Yung ating live sessions. Sige po.
So, unahin po natin yung Screencastify. Medyo maganda po kasing gamitin yung Screencastify. Okay po. So click the Screencastify icon in your toolbar to get started with the Screencastify. So kung successful po yung pag-add ninyo ng inyong Screencastify, dapat may makita na kayong icon doon sa taas. I-click nyo po yon, Screencastify. Then, lalabos po itong menu na ito, dialog box. In the Screencastify dialog box, choose desktop. Okay, yun po yung desktop. Ibig sabihin, yung mismong screen ninyo sa computer ay i-record niya. Kung ano man po yung nakikita niya roon, na kung ano man po yung open ninyo na application, ay mare-record na po yun. So, click the record button. Next, in the share your screen option, i-click nyo po yung your entire screen. Yan, dapat your entire screen. Then click the share button. Now, Screencastify is now recording your entire screen. Pag may nakita kayo dito sa baba, ayan, nakalagay naman, screen video recorder is sharing your screen. Nagre-record na po yun. Ano po? Automatic na po yun, nagre-record. Now, you can click the stop sharing button if you want to finish the recording. Note that 5 minutes is the allotted time limit for free account. Medyo ito lang po yung downside ng Screencastify. So you are allowed to record the screen. 5 minutes lang po yung allotted time. Okay po. Pero sa 5 minutes, medyo matagal na po yun. Halimbawa po, kung kayo ay meron kayong YouTube tutorial, usually mga 5 minutes lang ang haba ng video. Kasi kapag masyadong mahaba na, medyo nababagot na yung mga YouTuber na manood. Kaya nililimit lang sa 5. Pinakamahaba na po yun, 10 minutes. Pero yung 5 minutes, okay na po yun. Ano po? Next. So, hindi pa po tayo tapos ha. So, after nyo po na ma-close yung recording, so video is automatically saved in your Google Drive. Ito po yon, yung connection na sinasabi ko. Kanina, sinabi natin na kailangan ma-connect ninyo yung Screencastify doon sa inyong Google account. Tama po, nagawa po natin yon. Kasi, para yung anuman yung ma-save dito sa ating Screencastify, automatic pupunta po yon sa inyong Google Drive. So, yun po yung collaboration naman ng Screencastify to Google Drive. Ano po? Automatic masasave. You can share your video by clicking the copy shareable link button. Nasa taas po yun. I-click nyo po yung copy shareable link kung gusto nyo pong i-share yung mismong video. Halimbawa po, pwede nyo pong ibigay yung link doon sa inyong mga kaibigan. Yan. Next, if you want to see your video, click View on Drive. Lalabas po yun, View on Drive button. Pag na-click niyo po yun, automatic pupunta kayo doon sa inyong Google Drive. At makikita nyo yung inyong na-save na video using Screencastify. Ano po? Ano po kasimple ha? Next. Ayun. Tapos na pala tayo ron. Ano po? So, yun po yung gagawin ninyo ha. Pagdating po sa ating output, ang alam ko yan po ang output nyo. So, kailangan makapag-record kayo ng video using Screencastify. Di po ba, Sir Marlon? Yun po yung kanilang output. Kaya gagamitin nila itong Screencastify. Ano po? Nakasunod po kaya kayo? Pwede po magsabi sa amin kung medyo mabilis. At babalikan ko po yung mga steps. Hello, Sir Marlon. Nandiyan ka pa? Ano po kaya, sir?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Ayan, Sir Marlon.
Ayan. Titingnan, sir, natin kung okay sila. Kung nagawa nila si Screencastify. Okay, let's check po sa ating chat via YouTube. So far, sir, wala namang queries.
Ayan,
So,
papakita
palagay
ko uli
ko,
yung mga steps. Ano,
Oo.
sir?
Palagay ko, sir, palagay ko ay nakasunod sila sa mga steps na ibinigay mo. Kasi if you, yan.
Yan.
Okay, so sabi po ni Sir Angelo, Sir Chris, already tried making 12-second video. First time to use this Chrome extension. Salamat po sa additional info. Ibig sabihin, natuto na si Sir Angelo at nagamit niya na yung Screencastify. Thank you very much, Sir Angelo.
Bibigyan ko ng grade si Sir Angelo. Siya ang ating first honor. Oo, siya ang
12
mga
seconds. Actually, hanggang ano to, no? If I'm not
5
mistaken, parang
minutes.
hanggang 5 minutes, no?
5 minutes
5
lang, sir.
minutes naman yung free niya. Free.
Baka
Pero yung
magtatanong
ano,
sila, sir. Baka magtatanong sila, paano gusto ko mahaba yung
yan.
yung
Sige, sige,
record,
sige.
di ba?
Mm.
Pwede naman po 'yon. Doon sa paid version naman. Paid version po. Pwede po kayong mag-subscribe sa kanila. At pwede kayong mag-record ng unlimited time. Yun nga lang, medyo magbabayad nga po tayo kasi gumamit na po tayo ng medyo mahaba yung kanilang yung paggamit nyo ng kanilang software. Kaya yun po yun. Pero nasa inyo po yun. Ano po? Yung free po, free version ay 5 minutes lang. Ganun po. Baka po kasi gusto ninyong mag-record ng mahaba. Okay po. So next, punta naman po tayo sa Google Meet Grid View. Yun naman po ang ating gamitin. Ano ba yung Google Meet Grid View? So usually po, kapag nasa Google Meet kayo, at lalo na marami kayong mga participants, ang Google Meet ngayon ay hanggang 100 po yung participants na po pwedeng makapasok sa Meet. Hindi natin nakikita yung lahat ng participants natin kapag po nag-ano na tayo, nag-present na tayo ng presentation. Ano po? Using the Google, the grid view. So ito po ay normal. Ano po? Normal po ito ng kung wala pa kayong ginagamit na grid view. So i-click niyo po yung grid view button at automatic, ayan, lalabas na yung lahat ng inyong participants. Kahit po 100 yung participants, makikita nyo po lahat dito yung mga participants. Medyo liliit po itong mga pictures dito para lang makuha, maisama lahat yung mga participants. So this is the enhanced view of a Google Meet with activated grid view. Ganun po kadali gamitin ang Google Meet grid view. Pero syempre dapat activated yung inyong grid view extension. Ano po? May question po dito si Sir Wilmer. Wala po palang camera ang desktop ko. Pwede pa rin ba mag-record na screen? Pwede naman po, sir, kasi ang nire-record nyo naman po ay yung mismong desktop. Okay.
Yes,
Yung desktop
correct.
po.
Yes. Yes, sir, correct yun. Kahit wala kayong camera since mismong screen ang inyong
Nire-record.
nire-record, okay na okay po siya. Wala tayong magiging problema.
Wala pong problema. Okay po. Ayan. And so ito na po yung sample na may grid view. Ano po? Kita lahat ng mga participants. Okay, next. So gamitin naman po natin yung Meet Attendance. Paano ba gagamitin ang Meet Attendance? Again, doon po sa loob ng inyong Google Meet, activate the Meet Attendance by clicking the Apple icon doon po sa ating extension tray. Now, note, if the apple is color gray, that means it is not yet activated. Tingnan niyo po kung may kulay red or gray. Pag red, activated. Pag gray, not yet activated, siyempre. Now, click the participants button in the toolbar. Doon sa inyong Google Meet, i-click niyo po yung participants button. Next, click the checkbox to get the attendance. Doon po yun, may makikita kayong checkbox. Yan. Click niyo po yun. Automatic, pagka-click niyo po nung checkbox, pupunta naman po kayo sa ating Google Sheet. Yun naman po yung collaboration from Google Meet to Google Sheet apps. Makikita nyo agad yung inyong mga participants. dun sa nakasali sa inyong Google Meet. So meron na kayong simple attendance. Ano po? Makikita nyo kung anong oras sila nag-join, anong oras sila nag-left, at saka yung duration. Medyo maganda rin po ang ating meet attendance. Ano po? Baka po kasi malito kayo. Siyempre, mapupunta kayo sa Google Sheet. Hindi po nawawala naman yung inyong Google Meet. Ito po yung Google Meet nyo, napunta kayo sa Google Sheet for your attendance naman. Okay? So, yun po yun ha. So, nakakadala-tatlo na tayo. Next, node naman. Gamitin naman natin ang inyong node. Now, activate the node by clicking the thumbs up icon. Thumbs up icon po yung icon ng node. Now, if the thumbs up color gray, that means it is not yet activated. Ganun din po. Kailangan ay may kulay siya. Kung kulay gray, hindi pa activated. Dapat dilaw. Next, you can now see additional toolbar in the upper left of your screen. Makikita ninyo na nagagamit nyo yung node kapag meron na lumabas dito na toolbar. Ito po yung toolbar ng node. Now, paano gagamitin yan? Just simply click the thumbs up icon para lumabas po yung mga emojis dito. And then, kapag nag-click kayo ng simple emoji, ayan, may lalabas dito sa ilalim ng kanyang emoji. Okay? So, this gives some way of communicating in the meeting without talking or typing in the chat box. So, no need to type. Halimbawa, congratulations, thank you. Pwede pong paano na lang. Kung gusto nyo mag-ask ng question, mag-raise kayo ng hand, pwede po yun. Dito po sa ating node. Tsaka kung po kayo makikita siyempre ng host, nagtataas halimbawa ng kamay si ganyan, i-acknowledge kayo siyempre ng host. Okay po. Kaya maganda po itong node din sa Google Meet. But ang downside naman ito, dapat lahat ng inyong participants siyempre ay mayroong node. Ano po? Para makita niya, halimbawa nagbigay ka ng emoji, hindi siyempre makikita ng inyong participants kung wala naman silang node. Ano po? Dapat lahat may node.
Hello, Sir Quiz.
Sir.
Oo.
Yes, sir.
Actually, we are on the node, no? But meron dito nag-pop up sa ating comment box from Ma'am Vienna Bondok. It's all about the Google Meet attendance, no? Ang sabi po niya, magre-reflect din po ba sa Meet attendance if automatically na-disconnect ang participants due to poor internet connections? Yan.
Bali, ang lalabas doon, sir, parang nag-out sila. Parang ganun lang, sir. Parang nag-out.
Yes, oo.
So, lalabas po yun doon sa ating duration. Di ba, may pinakita ako kanina na option. Anong oras silang balikan natin, sir? Dali
And
lang.
even the timestamp, no? Kung kailan
Join,
sila na-out.
At saka left. Okay
Yes,
lang
kung
naman.
kailan sila na-out. At kung babalik uli sila, kailan sila na-in.
Oo, papasok yun.
Parang na-out po talaga siya ang dating po doon. So, magre-reflect po talaga sa meet attendance yun, Ma'am Vienna.
Okay po. Magre-reflect
Okay po.
yun. Okay, balik po tayo sa ating node. Ayan. So, nakapag-insert po ba kayo ng node? Sana nakapag-insert kayo. Maganda rin po yung node. Next, we have the dual-S. Ayan naman sa dual-S. Bakit tayo gumagamit ng dual-S? So, activate the dual-S by clicking the dual window icon in your icon tray. Icon tray naman. Pag click nyo po yun, lalabas po itong ratio. Mamili po kayo ng ratio na gusto niyo. Merong 30/70, 40/60, or 50/50. Ano po ba yung mangyayari kapag na-select ninyo yan? Okay po. So kung meron kayong dalawang window, ayan po mangyayari. Magiging hati yung window ninyo. Mag-open yung dalawang window. So, meaning, parang meron kayong dalawang monitor dito, dalawang screen. Bakit po tayo naggaganito? Kung minsan po, kung kayo po ay familiar sa Google Meet, kapag po nag-play kayo ng inyong presentation, di po ba? Automatic ay nakikita nyo lang yung inyong presentation, hindi nyo na nakikita yung inyong mga participants. So, ito po yung ginagamit natin para kahit pa paano makita nyo yung participants habang kayo ay nagpe-play pa rin. Ano po? Dual-less po yung tawag doon. Now, the screen ratio is now split into two with a 50-50 ratio. Now, question. Can you split the screen so that you can present a PowerPoint presentation? At the same time, you can see your audience in the meeting. Tulad na sinabi ko kanina, yes po. Yun po yung gagawin natin. Gusto mo makita yung iyong presentation at saka makita mo pa rin yung iyong Google Meet. Paano po natin gagawin yon? So, ito po ituturo ko sa inyo. Pero, ayan. Yes, you can. But, you need to create some changes in your PowerPoint presentation. Medyo lilisyang tayo ng kaunti. Punta po tayo sa PowerPoint presentation kasi nandun yung option. Ano po? May babaguhin tayong konting option diyan. Ano po yung option na yon? So, halimbawa po, nakapag-open kayo ng PowerPoint presentation. Doon po sa slideshow menu, puntahan niyo po yung slideshow menu. Then, i-click niyo po yung Setup Slideshow. Setup Slideshow. Next, dito po sa Setup Show dialog box, choose Browse by an individual window. Yun po yung mahalaga dyan. Browse by an individual window ang pipiliin. And then, click OK. Now you can present your presentation in dual-less screen. Para pong ganito, ito, ako, ayan. Naka-presentation po ako. Medyo i-adjust lang po natin yung screen natin. Ayan, nakikita ko na yung ating screen. So, dalawa na po yung aking screen. Nakita niyo po. So, meron akong course to dito. Ayan, nakikita niyo yung aking view. Parang ganyan po yung lalabas sa ating dual-less. Ano po? Ano kaya, Sir Marlon? Nasunod?
Hello? Ayan.
Yes, sir?
Ayan, tignan po natin kung nakakasunod po sila. If they have some queries or concerns, lalo na yung dual-less, no? Kasi yung mga supervisors natin, saka yung mga school heads, actually, magpipresent talaga sila during the LAC sessions, no? At maganda talagang magamit na itong dual-less application na ito. Para, nakikita nila yung participants nila, yung mga teachers or mga school heads nila, while they are presenting their topic. At now po, yung last question pa rin ni Ma'am Yena, yung naka-reflect po dito at nakikita. Palagi ko sir, nakakasunod po sila sa mga instructions natin.
Opo.
Ayan.
Ayan, nakikita ko naman. Ayan na, sir. Medyo tapos na tayo, sir. Ito na yung ating activity sa kanila.
Siyempre po, in every task, in every activity, there should have an output for it. It is a reflection of what you have learned from the lesson or from the topic, no? So this time, show me what you learned. Ayan. So we have two outputs here in session 5B, which are number 1, video recordings of the actual demonstration of the setting up of Google Classroom for LAC sessions. Kung video recording siya, baka kung kaya po yung gamitin si Screencastify, yun po yung gamitin natin para talagang application na ng learning na ginawa po natin kanina. Kung mapapansin niyo doon sa may una natin na activity, we have 7 things to do. Posting the assignments, we have due dates, setting permissions, number turn off sa email notifications, getting some links to the YouTube videos, o kaya ano pa mga materials, posting some of the materials also as assignment, giving due dates, ang dami nun, 7 po yun. So, dahil mahal na mahal namin ang taga Calamba, ang taga San Pablo, at saka taga Binyan, hindi po namin pagagawa yung 7 activities, at least 1 activity lang po doon. Pili lang po kayo sa 7 na yon. Ayan, at least 1. Pili lamang po kayo doon and then yun lang po i-recording nyo at yun po yung isend ninyo doon sa may link na ibibigay po ng ating coordinator, si Sir Edwal yata, kung di ako nagkakamali, no? Magbibigay ng link sa inyo para ipasa po doon ang inyong mga outputs. For the second output, again, video recordings, dito po talaga sa video recordings na to, ay we stick on Screencastify. Okay? Video recordings using add-ons in making Google Meet better with Chrome extension. Actually, we have 5, no? We have Screencastify itself, we have the Node, Dual-less, Google Meet attendance, and review. Again, dahil mahal na mahal namin ng mga taga-SDOs na ito, kaya isa na lamang po yung inyong gagawin na output. No? Kasi alam ko naman na Friday na ngayon, and Friday is actually fly day, kaya parating na yung Saturday and Sunday na weekend family bonding para makapag-bond din naman tayo sa ating kanya-kanyang mga pamilya. Again, at least one video recordings out of 7 sa number 1, out of 7 na activities natin, and one video recordings also doon sa may 5 na ginawaan natin, isa lang po ulit. Sa palagay ko po, sabi rito, video recordings links will be posted to your Google Classroom for checking. Ayan. So, palagay ko po, if you have some questions, tingnan po natin sa chat box, baka meron pa. Palagay ko wala na po, Sir Chris. So, let me end this session. Let's end our sessions with this statement given by our Madam Secretary Leonor Magtolis Biones. Ang sabi po niya, we are going into a new normal because we are creating a brave new world. And we have to start with the children to give them courage, to give them initiative, and to have them look at problems, realistically, and to continually have hope and confidence that we will overcome. So, to the brave new world. Ayan po. So, sa ating pong SDO San Pablo, Binyan, and Calamba, once again, this is your host facilitator. This morning, of course, I am Marlon S. Marquez, an education program supervisor from SDO Rizal, and
Sir Christopher Olaya po from Master Teacher 1 from Pinilla National High School, Division of Rizal.
Yes, and we are very much proud to be a public servants and learning facilitators of DepEd Calabarzon, the region where excellence is a culture and quality is always a commitment. Once again, good day everyone at mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you po.
Salamat po.
Again, a round of applause po sa ating learning facilitators, Sir Marlon S. Marquez and Sir Christopher A. Olaya. The discussion would be very helpful for us, mga teachers, school heads, and supervisors, as we are in a challenging situation po. Malaking tulong nga po sa atin ang Google Classroom, Google Meet, and Google Chrome extension sa pagpapatuloy ng ating pagkatuto. And of course, for our professional development and for our students. And at this point po, let's proceed with our 2-minute health break. Okay, before we proceed with our session 5C, again, this session po na susunod ay para sa ating mga school heads. So for our supervisors, you will be transferring to a Google Meet for your assigned session topic. And the meeting link will be posted in your Google Classroom. Thank you very much again po sa ating mga supervisors for your participation in our first session. And at this point po again, let's have a 2-minute health break. So stay tuned and let's be back for our last session. And we're back again. Welcome to the Engaging School Leaders and Teachers in Navigating Computer Applications, Communication Platforms, and its Utilization for the Improvement of School Operations and Learning Management. Again, I'm Joyce Valenzuela Cabatog. Together with me are Cluster 2, SDO Cavite Province, SDO San Pablo City, SDO Calamba City, and SDO Binian City. And now we will proceed with our last session entitled Managing School Data and Information Using Technology, including ICT. And to provide us a discussion on how we can successfully do this, let me call in our learning facilitators, Sir Eleazar C. Magsino and Sir Ray Alexis Malabanan.
Hello, good day everyone. To our school heads and school leaders of Region 4A Calabarzon, welcome to our webinar on enhancing the school head's competence in managing school data and information using the information and communication technology. I am Sir Eleazar Magsino of SDO Batangas Province. I will be discussing the session 6, focusing on managing school data and information using technology, including ICT. At the end of the session, you, our dear participants, shall demonstrate skills in managing school data and monitoring of instructional delivery using the ICT. For our enabling objectives, first, explain the importance of data and information management to ensure efficient and effective school operations through Google Forms. Next, export and save accurate data such as personal profile, inventory of the school resources, and classroom observation or COT, results and findings. And the last, appreciate the relevance of Google Forms in the management of school data and information for effective decision making. Okay, let us start. Let us recall some significant ICT-based enabled systems in Department of Education. At first, let us have a look at DepEd Order number 30, series of 2013. This highlights the revised data gathering of forms for the beginning of school year, or BOSI 2013-2014, of the Enhanced Basic Education Information System. This had marked a significant avenue for the data management in Department of Education. The Department of Education, through the Research and Statistics Division Office of Planning Service, has developed the Enhanced Basic Education Information System, or EBAIS, to ensure efficient and effective collection and processing of relevant school-level data needed for planning, allocation of resources and funds, and generation of performance indicators. The data collection, processing, and validation of school statistics has begun on this DepEd order. Next is DepEd order number 32, series of 2018. This highlights the policy guidelines on the collection of data or information requirements for the beginning of school year 2018-2019 in the Learner Information System and Enhanced Basic Education Information System. This really made a higher level of data management pertaining to the learner's information system and the significant data or information needed to be collected to all schools in the nation. DepEd Order number 32 also highlights the directive to register and update the learner's profile and quick count enrollment on this learner's information system and update the school's profile and other data elements in the EBAIS, or Enhanced Basic Education Information System. Okay, so during the time of pandemic, Department of Education issued the DepEd Memorandum number 45, series of 2020. This highlights the results-based performance management system guidelines for the school year 2019-2020 year-end activities in the light of COVID-19 measures. An IT-enabled system was utilized to realize a one-time recalibration This entails the exceptional cases when high-level decisions are taken into effect, such as changes in strategic directions and circumstances beyond the control of the ratee, such as the natural or man-made calamities. The IPCRF ratings of the teaching personnel was successfully uploaded in this system. Those are some of the ICT-based enabled systems which open an opportunity to manage accurate collection and to improve data management systems in DepEd, particularly in our schools. Data management is very significant in an organization. By the way, what is data management? It is an administrative process that includes acquiring, validating, storing, protecting, and processing required data to ensure the accessibility, reliability, and timeliness of the data for its users. Data management is very significant, like what I had said in an organization, because this can serve as a baseline information in order to address the issues, in order to address the gaps, no, and to be able to solve problems, no, pertaining to, for example, pertaining to dropout rates of a certain school. We can actually analyze the data or the so-called the key performance indicators. We can analyze the information there, and we can create or craft the programs, activities, and the projects in our school so that we can address, no, those issues. Yeah, indeed, data management is very significant because the data your organization creates is a very valuable resource that you can use in solving issues. Data, let us always remember that data management depends on the accuracy of data collection or the process on gathering information in your organization. By the way, what is data collection? It is a procedure of collecting, measuring, and analyzing accurate information for a purpose using standard validated techniques. Okay, my dear school leaders, now let us have our simple activity. Let us have a simple survey about data and information management in our school. The link is already flashed in your screen, and at the same time, it is already uploaded in your respective classroom. So let's do the task. In a few minutes, we'll be harvesting, some of your inputs or the encoded data. In our survey, we have three significant questions. First is how do we gather or collect data needed in the school management and operation? Second is how do you use Google Forms in collecting data and information? And the last one is rate yourself based on the competency in exporting files from Google Forms. 10 as the highest score. So, okay, so we have here our harvested data. We have 5 respondents from Batangas Province, Division of Batangas Province, and different districts. We have Tuwi, Lian, Calatagan, and Balayan. In our first question, how do we gather or collect data needed in school management and operations? They answered Google Forms, online platform, Google Form, and online platform at the same time. Okay, so they use, no, Google Forms in collecting data and information. The 5 respondents use Google Forms. Very good. Now, rating yourself based on competency in exporting files from Google Form, 10 as the highest. So we have here 8, 9, 8, and 10. Mrs. Alvaran got 10. So I'm pretty sure she is very techy when it comes to manipulating the Google Forms. No, well, very good. That's a good start, no, in our survey. In our previous activity, as you can see in our harvested data, most of our respondents use Google Forms in data collection. Now, what is Google Form, by the way? Google Form is now a full-featured form or a tool that comes free with your Google account. You can add standard question types. You can customize the form with simple photo or color themes. And at the same time, you can gather responses in form or save them to a Google Sheet or even a spreadsheet. Google Form can be connected to a Google spreadsheet, like what I had said. So if a spreadsheet is linked to the form, responses will automatically be sent to the spreadsheet, like what I have shown unto you, the harvested data that we collected during our survey. Otherwise, users can view them on the summary of responses page accessible from the responses menu. Okay, so let us start. Let us explore the Google Forms. In the address or search bar, all we have to do is to type www.google.com/forms/about/ and then we're going to hit the enter key. Okay, so after hitting the enter key, you need to go to the Google Forms, hit that icon, and then this will show up. In that particular window, you're going to type the email address. It should be at debit.gov.ph, no, as its extension. And then you're going to click on the next button. After that, you are going to enter your password. Okay, so after typing the password or keying in your password, you need to click the next. Then this will show up on your screen. All you have to do is to click on that blank icon. So again, select the blank as your new form. After that, this will appear, the untitled form. Okay, so all you have to do is to type the title of your form to its desired purpose. For instance, we're going to have this survey on teachers' capacity on handling online classes. So again, after typing the title of our form, this will generate a panel that can be customized to suit any type of question. At the start, we're going to click the plus icon. To add another panel, the user can duplicate the existing panel by clicking the duplicate icon as you can see, and then edit the content or click the plus sign to add a new panel. Okay, so if in case you want to remove excess or question panel, the user or you must click the delete icon of the specific question to be deleted. You know, there are 11 types of responses that can be used on this survey. So we have the short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down, file, upload, etc. So meaning to say we can create a survey or varied questions based on the desired responses that we wanted to, collect. We can actually modify or change the appearance of the form. We must click the customize theme icon like that, and then this will appear. All we have to do is to select the desired arrangement from the theme options. Okay, as you can see, there is already an alteration or the sample theme customization. Now, so let's proceed. We are going to type a question now. All we have to do is to type the question, and then it will ask for a particular response. If you are going to click the short answer, meaning to say the responses of our participants or respondents must be in a short answer. It can be check boxes. It can also be a drop down. It can also be multiple choice. On the lower part of the screen, you can see the required button. This is very significant if you really wanted to have a specific answer or the required data that you wanted to collect from the respondent. Okay, so next, if we wanted to make another section, no, all you have to do is to click that icon on the lower part of the enlisted icons, and then this is the sample section, no, that you have created after that. All you have to do is to simply type, no, the name of that particular section. Okay, so for instance, readiness of school or senior high school teachers pertaining to their technical skills. Okay, then on a particular question, we will be using a multiple choice grid. Then, if we wanted to view, no, the creation, uh, we need to click the preview icon for the system to generate a partial preview in the web page format. No, as you can see, we have this as the result of that web page format. Survey on teachers' capacity on handling online classes. And then, as you can see, we have here the needed information that the respondents must fill in. Okay, so that's it. It is very important for you to know the setting up of restrictions. You need to set user restriction by simply clicking the setting icon to view the setting panel. In the setting or general tab, require sign in. No, you need to put check on the restrict to users in the Department of Education and its trusted organization. By doing so, the system restricts the access to this form from individuals without DepEd email account. And then all you have to do is to click the save icon or button rather. After clicking the save, so if the form is already generated and then if it is ready to be sent, all we have to do is to click that icon for us to be able to have a link of that particular Google form. Okay, so all we have to do is to click the shorten URL because it will automatically generate uh, a shortened version of the URL or the link, and then click the copy button or icon. After that, we can use our messenger, no, or group, no. It can be on the Gmail, it can be on the messenger, or even in Facebook. All we have to do is to simply um, uh, paste it in our desired platform. So different ways to distribute the link for the target individual or groups to be able for them to access your web page form. It can be an SMS, email, and other messaging applications. All we have to do is just simply post the link, no, to the public domain. So after doing so, um, if we wanted to check, no, the responses of our respondents, all the responses from the respondents who access the form will be stored automatically in the Google Form database. So by clicking that responses, you can view who are the respondents or who quickly responded to that particular Google form. We can actually see no the responses of our uh, respondents in graphical forms. The Google will automatically generate those reports no from our respondents. Okay, so next is simply creating or exporting the collected data to spreadsheet or MS Excel. All we have to do is to simply click that icon and then click on create. After clicking the create, you can see the collected data form uh, or collected data from the Google form. No, we have here the name of the respondents, their email address, and their responses on on the questions that you had typed in our Google form. Okay, so after that, we can actually share it in Google Drive in a desired Google Drive. We can save it uh, after generating an Excel file. Okay, so this time let us make it real. We shall create a school profiling of the personnel using the Google form. Once again, we're going to type www.google.com/forms/about/ in the address or search bar, and then we're going to hit the enter. After that, this will appear on our screen. All we have to do is to click the Go to Google Forms. Okay, so if we wanted to sign in, all we have to do is to enter our or key in our email address and then hit the next button. After hitting the next button, we are going to type our password, and then after clicking the next, this will appear. All we have to do is to simply click the blank icon, and then the untitled form will appear after clicking the blank icon. So this time we're going to type the uh, title of the form. Again, we're going to type school personnel profile. And then after that, we are going to um, type what is desired. Example is the name. Name. Okay. It is very significant for you to turn on the required button like what I had said, because the participants or the respondents cannot proceed to the next phase or section if they will not type the desired name. Okay, since it only requires a short answer, we're going to simply click the short answer on that icon. Okay, for if we had set the first uh, data element, we're going to click that plus icon for the next question. Okay, so after clicking that, we are actually asking their email address. No, so email address, the participants will or the respondents will type their email address on that form, and it requires a short answer also. So meaning we will be selecting the short answer. Okay, so after asking for the email address, we are going to hit the or click the plus icon for the next question. Okay, we're going to ask for the gender of our respondents. So we can actually choose the particular responses. We can select drop down. Okay, drop down. They will select male or female. All we have to do is just simply type the choices as male and female. Okay, for the drop down. And then after the gender, we are ready for the next data to be collected. We have to click the plus icon again, and then the position or designation. We wanted to ask for their present designation or position. um, Here we are requiring them to provide a short answer. Okay, so we can actually also choose the check boxes. Instead of a short answer, there is another option. We can choose the check boxes. Okay, we can create that particular check boxes from teacher 1, teacher 2, teacher 3. All we have to do is to patiently type the options. Okay, from teacher 1 to teacher 3, master teachers, head teacher to head teacher 6, and so on and so forth. Okay, that is for designation or position. Okay, so if we are already through on the first phase or first section, we are going to click the particular icon for the next section of our survey. Okay, so we need to type the title of that section. Then if you don't want to if you don't want to type the title, it's okay. It's okay because all you have to do is to simply click on the particular icon, on that icon, the plus icon for the next question. Okay. This time you are asking for a bachelor's degree. Okay. It requires short answer. Okay. After that, we're going to proceed to the next question or data, doctorate degree. So we can actually set that particular question or data as a short answer. Then another set, we are going to click again the plus icon, and then we are looking for the number of trainings attended. Okay, in the division, in the region, or even in the national level. So this is how it goes. We can use or we can modify the desired responses in a multiple choice grid. Okay, so this is how it goes. So in the first column or in the first column we have 2, then 3 and 4, then 5 and 6, and then 7 and above. In a row, we can set it as district level, division level, regional level, and national level. Okay? We can also add international level if we wish. Okay. So this time, we are going to change or customize the theme of our school profile or personal profile. All we have to do is to simply click that icon, the theme icon, and then we are going to select a particular theme. We can, since we are on the educational institution, we can select the work and school, and then try to you know uh, choose relevant theme for the purpose of collecting information. So that's it. We can see the particular alteration of the theme. We have the school personal profile. So how are we going to send this Google form? All we have to do is to click the send icon or button, and then click the link, okay, the icon for a certain link of the form, and then select or click the shorten URL. This send form or sub window will automatically generate a shortened URL ready to be copied. Okay, so next is to copy the shortened URL. All we have to do is to click the copy, and then where are we going to um, uh, post or paste that particular shortened URL? Again, we can send this in our Gmail. We can send this in a Messenger. We can send it in Facebook or in any particular platform that can be accessed by our respondents. So here we're going to select the messenger, the group. All we have to do is to paste it or post it in that particular group in the messenger. So again, after posting that, we school heads can monitor the responses of our teachers or personnel by just simply clicking the responses. Okay, so we can actually see who is the early bird. Okay, so after that, we can generate an Excel file. All we have to do is to click that icon. Okay, as you can see, the Google form has presented or generated an Excel file. We can save it. No, we can save it as a as XLS extension. Okay, or we can actually share this in our Google Drive. Okay, so that is how to create a Google form, how to change the theme, how to collect data, and at the same time, how to generate an Excel file and how to um, save or share in a Google Drive. All we have to do is to simply, again, click the share. No, we are going to click the share icon or button and then just simply select the particular drive, okay, for you to, you know, save the generated Excel file. Okay, so I hope you learned something from our demonstration on how to manipulate the Google Forms, okay, or how to create a Google form. This time, all of you will be creating your own Google form, then to be exported as an Excel file, then to be saved in a Google Drive for the purpose of data management. You will be assisted and guided by our ITO of SDO Batangas Province, Mr. Ray Alexis Malabanan.
Again, thank you so much, Sir Eleazar C. Magsino, for a very well-informed discussion. Now, at this point po, we're just waiting for Sir Ellie. If we have questions and clarifications, you may use the Google Classroom stream. The program management team will attend to your concerns po. So let's have a 1 minute health break po. So if you have questions, please type in your Google Classroom stream po, and also you may use the YouTube live streaming po ano for your questions and concerns. Thank you so much po. So again po, we're back with our last session by Sir Eleazar C. Magsino, and let me welcome him po. So good morning, Sir Eli po, for your questions, clarifications, comments, and suggestions po, and reactions. Nandito po ang ating Sir Eleazar C. Magsino to answer your queries po. So you may use the YouTube live stream comment box and Google Classroom stream po. While you're waiting for your answers, so Sir Eleazar, baka may mga additional information po kayo na gustong i-share. Sir Eli, naka-mute po kayo.
I guess most of our participants are well conversant. Hello.
Okay na pa, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, Ma'am Joyce. Good morning once again. Okay.
Good morning pa, sir.
Okay. Good morning once again, Ma'am Joyce. Well, I guess our participants from the Smarines City Division are conversant when it comes to navigating our computer Gmail applications. Hello. Sorry ma'am, medyo may problem yung internet.
Apa, sir. Well, thank you so much po, sir, for your discussion po on how we can manage our school data and information using our technology today. Talagang makakatulong po ito sa ating mga school heads, sa ating mga school leaders in gathering information and managing our data po. So, sa ating po mga viewers, so wag nating i-miss ang opportunity to ask questions po or clarifications para po ma-clear sa atin yung mga kailangan nating gawin for information management po.
Siya nga, tanongin mo nga kung mayroon bang available t-shirts sa Alberto. Hindi ko naliti. Si Ma'am Aji ang ano yun.
I think, Sir Eli, ay talagang natutunan ng ating mga viewers po ang inyong session. Wala po silang mga tanong. I guess clear po ang lahat. So again, let's give a round of applause to Sir Eleazar C. Magsino, our session facilitator for our session 6. And at this point po, again, if may mga pahabol po tayong questions, comments, reactions, and clarifications, you may post it on your Google Classroom. The program management team and learning facilitators will attend to your concerns. I believe marami po tayong natutunan for this week's webinar. Talaga nga po, it's not just thank God it's Friday, but thank God for a productive and fulfilling week. And before we let you go, please take note of our last-minute reminders. So please accomplish your pretest, the commitment form, and the 3Ws app matrix, which you may find in your Google Classroom's classwork. Again, you are given 1 week po to accomplish all of the requirements. The post-test will be provided today po at the end of this course. Again, today at the end of this course. It will be posted on your Google Classroom. Also, do not forget to accomplish our daily attendance and evaluation link, which is already posted in your classroom's classwork. Do not forget to turn in your outputs once you've completed answering the said forms and templates. If you have any concern, you may post them in your classroom stream or communicate it with the program management team members assigned as teachers in your respective classrooms. So So, marami po tayong natutunan. Ano po ang ating mga viewers? So, again po, yung don't forget the last minute reminders po. So, tapusin po natin ang ating mga outputs for us to have the certificate of participation and completion. And at this point po, to hear his word of thanks, let's give a round of applause to Sir Mark Anthony Malonzo, our Senior Education Program Specialist of NAIAP Calabarzon. A round of applause, please.
First, would like to greet everyone a pleasant morning. I am now speaking on behalf of our Chief of the Human Resource Development Division, our very own Ma'am Luz E. Osmeño, who is in charge of NAIAP in the region. And through the leadership of our Regional Director, Wilfredo E. Cabral, and our ARD Ruth L. Fuentes, our regional office sincerely thanks all the participants who have opened doors of opportunities to unlearn, learn, and relearn the rudiments of navigating internet-based applications, specifically the world of Google. If I may give if I may give rating to the level of gratefulness using a scale of 1 to 5, I must give a perfect 5 for this cluster. This is how we will describe our feelings of thankfulness to all the participants, the leads and members of the program management team, our learning facilitators, writers and session developers, the top management of the regional office and the four schools division offices of Binyan City, Calamba City, Cavite Province, and San Pablo City. Now, if I will ask you to give rating on a scale of 1 to 5, how will you rate the level of thankfulness uh, for the entire program? That includes the participants, the program management team, the learning facilitators, and the top management. Um, if I may ask everyone to comment on the uh, chat box, how grateful are you using a rating of for a scale of 1 to 5? So we want some feedback from the participants. If you may uh, give a rating, ano. All right. So thank you for giving these ratings, affirmative ratings uh, to the entire program. Ano. So gusto lang naman namin makita rin kung gaano ma-appreciate ng mga participants ang intervention na ito, ang efforts na ito na inilaan natin para sa ating mga minamahal na mga uh, teachers, school heads and supervisors. Ano. So I'd like to end this speech with a message conveyed by this music. No? So, tapusin natin sa isang music na pasasalamat. Then, let's feel the message of the song. It's written by, just a moment, by Daniel Razon. Ano? It's titled Alam Niya. So, Alam Niya. So, makiki-share na po.
Kung sa puso mo ay hindi maiwasan ang pagdalang nitong mga kalungkutan, iyong alalahanin ay amang nagmamahal, laging nakamasid, laging nakabantay. Huwag kang mabalisa sa anumang bagay. Sa Ama ay ilapit iyong kahilingan, sambahin, purihin, pasalamatan, pagkat siyang mag-iingat ng puso mo't isipan. Pagpadadaig kahit nalulumbay, ang pagtasang taglay ay iyong ingatan. Ang dalisay na aral iyong panghawakan. Ikaw ay may Diyos na madadaingan. Huwag kang mabalisa sa anumang bagay. Sa Ama ay ilapit iyong kahilingan, sambahin, purihin, pasalamatan, pagkat siyang mag-iingat ng puso mo't isipan. Iyong ilagak ang pagtitiwala sa Kanya kumapit, Siya ang gagawa. Kung ika'y nangangamba at puso'y nanghihina, Kanyang nalalaman ang iyong luha. Huwag kang mabalisa sa anumang bagay. Sa Ama ay ilapit iyong kahilingan, sambahin, purihin, pasalamatan, pagkat siyang mag-iingat ng puso mo. Isibalisa sa anumang bagay. Sa Ama ay ilapit iyong kahilingan, sambahin, purihin, pasalamatan, pagkat siyang mag-iingat ng puso mo. Isipan. Ang Diyos ay pag-ibig, lubhang mapagmahal. Ang di mo masabi, Siya ang may alam.
With that, we'd like to end this program formally for our dear school heads. Thank you at good luck sa ating lahat po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much, Sir Mark Anthony R. Malonzo, our Senior Education Program Specialist of HRDD of DepEd Calabarzon. So this ends our capacity building on navigating computer applications, communication platforms, and its utilization for the improvement of school operations and learning management. And before we leave this webinar, let's give our program management team a round of applause for providing us a smooth flow of program and lots of learning for this week. And of course, a big round of applause for you teachers, school heads, and supervisors for a job well done. May you continue to strive harder for our country, sabi nga po sa ating mandato, para sa bata, para sa bayan. Again, this has been Joyce Valenzuela Cabantog of SDO Binyan City. Enjoy the rest of the day and have a great weekend. Thank you for your participation. Ingat po tayong lahat.
Hindi pa.